Juju here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that this video will reach you guys in great health and strength, filled with lots of love, joy, peace, and happiness, and all of the amazing and wonderful things that life has to offer. I do hope and pray that 2018 is going great for you so far. Alright. In this video, I will be touching on some tips on being safe when traveling to Guyana or when you are in Guyana. I did a video like this 4 years ago in 2014, and some people were okay with it, some people were not. A lot of them complained about the music that was in the videos, so I apologize for that. So I am going to recreate the video. A lot of the tips that you will hear in this video will be from that video, as well as some new stuff. I will do my best to cite all of my sources down in the description box. Don't forget to click on that. I will try my best to put as much information as I can in the description box for those of you who are interested in this video and who are interested in traveling to Guyana. So let's get started. Number one, for first-time visitors, also returning Guyanese who don't plan on staying with relatives, or you don't really have that much relatives in Guyana, I would suggest that you make all of your reservations 2 weeks in advance if you're going to be staying at a hotel. This is especially for our visitors. 3 weeks in advance, and the day before you're traveling down to Guyana, call and make sure that you're booked, your room or rooms are booked, so that when you do arrive there wouldn't be any issues. And also keep a record of it just in case something pops up. When you have arrived to Guyana and you passed through customs and you're cleared and everything, and you picked up your luggage and all of that stuff, when you get out of the airport, do not, okay, listen to me, come close, come. Do not take any private owned taxis. Don't do it, especially if your flight is at night, right? You have to be very, very careful. And I'm not saying this to scare anyone. I'm just saying that you have to be cautious when you're traveling at night in a different country. Guyana is beautiful, but listen, even Guyanese down there, they will tell you that. So don't take any private owned taxi. The airport has a taxi service and car rental service available for passengers or for visitors and returning Guyanese who needs it, and it's there 24 hours. They have a website and everything. I'm going to link it down below if you want to click on it if you are interested. And also I called, they have a phone number there, they have an office number and a mobile number, and I called to get the information for this video because I don't want to give out wrong information. I asked if it is possible that you can call ahead to book a car. The lady that I spoke with, she told me no, you don't need to. Just as soon as you get out of the airport, the cars are there. They're labeled, the drivers have their badges and everything, so it's safe for you. And on the website below, they have the prices and everything. So if you're traveling to, let's say, Berbice, there's a price for that. If you're traveling to Linden, the price is there, and so on and so forth. And this is for visitors and also returning Guyanese who did not who doesn't have family there, or they didn't call their family to let them know they're coming to Guyana. And this is especially interesting for me because I did not really know that. Because when I'm going to Guyana, I always have someone come and pick me up. I would call my family and let them know that I'm coming on such and such day, and we would arrange a vehicle and they would come and pick me up. And someone that they know and someone that I know, because listen, in this day and age you gotta be really careful, right? Yeah. So I don't necessarily use the taxi service, but it is available, just letting you know. Yeah, so you're there in Guyana, right? And you done book up and you're there in your hotel or you're staying by your family and you done rest up and everything. And so day 2 comes and you want to go out there, you want to sightsee, you want to go to the market and stuff like that, you want to go walk on the road and all that. I want to encourage you to be very, very careful on Guyana roads. Our roads are very narrow. A lot of people don't pay attention to the road rules. The last time I was there, which was a few years ago, it was really bad. And a lot of deaths are blamed on road accidents. A lot of minibus drivers, they don't really pay attention to the road rules. They display chapters, you know. They forget that they are responsible. The drivers, some of the drivers forget that they're responsible for their passengers, and they will be speeding on the roads, and the roads are very small. There's a lot of cars in the country, and a lot of people use the roads. There's big trucks, small buses, small cars, medium-sized cars, and all these things on the roadways. So you have to be very, very careful. If you are in a taxi and the driver is speeding, I would encourage you to speak up and tell them to slow down or tell them to stop. Your life is more important than anything else. Right? Life is beautiful and Guyana is beautiful, but you also want to ensure that you are coming back to your country in one piece. So when you're gonna cross the street, don't look 4 times, look 6. Both ways, 6 times before you cross the street, because I don't know, I'm hoping and praying that our people that are in charge of road safety will crack down on speeding drivers and stuff like that. So I just want you to be careful. I want you to enjoy your time there, but I also want you to be very careful. One more thing I want to encourage you not to do. If you're not driving a car, like if you didn't rent a car or anything, you're taking buses, do not get into any overcrowded buses. Do not do that. That's a no, 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 no. Don't ever do that, because 1, it's against the rules, and 2, it's very, very unsafe and anything can happen. So avoid crowded buses, avoid speeding vehicles, speeding taxis, and speeding minibuses. If you are in one and the drivers are speeding, ask them to stop speeding or to slow down. And if they don't slow down, then ask them to stop and you get out and get into another minibus or another car. It is a car ball. Listen, get in a car ball, alright? Car ball can't go too far. Don't bother with their eyes, or their, what they call it? Pit bulls, right? Don't bother with them. If you are venturing out into the city, Georgetown, to do some sightseeing, to go see the monumental landmarks, let's say the cathedral, you know, you want to go to the botanical gardens, or you just want to go around Georgetown, do not wear anything that will draw unnecessary attention to yourself, because 1, people already know that you are not Guyanese, or maybe that you're returning Guyanese. Foreigners, I don't know, this is what people say. When you come back to Guyana, they always say you have a look and you have a smell and you just look different than the people that are there. And also, if you're a non-Guyanese, well, they would already know that you're not Guyanese, so people will look. If you can avoid wearing, let's say, flashy jewelry or flashing your money around, for fellas, if you have your wallet, do not put your wallet in your back pocket. Put your wallet in your front pocket, especially if you're going to be in Georgetown. In certain streets like America Street and stuff like that, it's very crowded around there, and you have to be very careful. Where the KFC is, where Starbucks Market is, you have to be very careful. Ladies, if you are going to be going out sightseeing, or you going around those areas, or anywhere in Georgetown for that matter, don't walk with anything too flashy. Just pay attention to your surroundings. Any expensive camera, if you want to take pictures, I would say walk with a backpack, or if you walk with a compact camera, small camera, that would be very good. Or use your phone. You know, phones are very advanced these days, so exercise extreme caution and don't be too flashy. Don't draw unnecessary attention to yourself. All right, that's very, very, very important. This is very, 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 very important. Do not travel or go out by yourself at night in Guyana. I do not recommend this for anyone, visitors and returning Guyanese. Try your best to avoid being on the roadways at night by yourself. If you do want to go out and you're staying in a hotel, I would suggest that you try to make friends with other tourists or maybe some hotel staff, and you even have to use your judgment, your best judgment, because you have to be very careful in this day and age. And you make friends with them, and maybe you guys can make some plans to go out to I don't know, wherever. If you want to go to like a cafe, or you want to go to an event that they may be having, and before you leave, make sure you let somebody know where you're going and who you're going with, just in case. I'm not saying that anybody's going to do anything to you, but you always have to be extra careful and extra cautious when you are traveling to any international country, and Guyana is no exception, even though it's beautiful. For returning Guyanese, I'm sure you know this. If you're gonna go out, make sure you go out with your family. Go out in groups. If you're going out with friends, go out in groups. All right. I usually spend a lot of time with my family. I don't go out much when I'm in Guyana. I spend a lot of time at home, or I hang out with the family or my very, very close friends, and it's not a lot that I have, but the people that I'm very close with, it's very, very rare that you would find me going out to events that they have, because one, it's of no interest to me, and two, I just know how, you know, things can get. If you can't afford it, I would suggest that you hire a car from a taxi service to be your personal car for the remainder of your trip. So I'm gonna read off here what I found. Public transportation: avoid using public minibuses, as they tend to be overloaded, poorly maintained, and badly driven. Minibuses are often involved in accidents, and that's very true. Taxis are the safest means of transportation. Do not hail taxis from the roadside. Don't do that. Only use taxis that are connected to major hotels or from a reputable company. Exercise constant vigilance and make note of the vehicle's license plate. That's very important before entering, in order to track down the driver in the event of overcharging or lost alert. If you need suggestions for a taxi person or a personal driver, hit me up. I'm gonna put my email here and down in the description box. You can hit me up by email or send me a message on here or something, and I will respond, because I do know someone who is always looking for work. They do airport runs, they take people from London to Georgetown and stuff like that. I'm going to contact them and let them know that I'm sending them business. And if you do call them, just tell them that Jewel sent you. If you are planning on visiting the interior, the hinterlands, you want to avoid traveling at night, and you want to avoid traveling by yourself. All right, I'm going to read right here what I found, and I'm going to also cite this source down in the description box, so check the description box. Driving in Guyana can be dangerous due to poor road conditions, inadequate lighting, roaming animals, and poor driving habits. Avoid driving at night. Travel in convoys when possible. Travel to the interior, also known as the hinterlands, is not safe due to low police presence. Always drive in a convoy when visiting the hinterlands. Response time in the case of traffic accidents may be slow due to lack of resources. Injured persons are frequently transported to hospitals or the nearest medical facility by bystanders unless they are seriously injured. Local authorities are cooperative, but assistance is limited and may only be available during business. You want to avoid crime-ridden areas. Most part of Georgetown is fairly safe during daylight hours, but after nighttime, again, you don't want to be on the road by yourself, and you want to avoid being in All Boys Town and Tiger Bay. And I personally have never been to Tiger Bay. I've passed it, and I've also passed through All Boys Town. I remember my last trip there. One day, my friend and I and her boyfriend went up to Linden, and we came back to Georgetown very late at night, and the traffic was really bad. So he drove through All Boys Town, and let me tell you, it was very scary. It was really, really scary. And I'm hoping and praying that, you know, our government will build up back that community, because it needs to be built. It is in the Garden City. It is in Georgetown, and it's kind of sort of like a little eyesore, you know. Georgetown is the capital, and you got to make sure that all the communities around Georgetown are looking good, because when visitors come, they're gonna flock to the capital. Our currency is the Guyanese dollar. Only major hotels accept credit cards, and only a few banks will issue cash advances. There are a few ATMs that accept international bank cards. Carry enough cash to cover anticipated expenses. The US dollar is widely accepted. Exchange foreign currency only at banks. You have to be very careful at the banks too. Very careful. Hotels and established money exchange bureaus, also known as cambios. So they got, you know, Western Union and MoneyGram. Those are the two that I know of. And off the top of my head, I know there's a Western Union, Duncan Street and Regent Street. There is a Western Union at Survival Supermarket, which is on Sheriff Street, and they're opened late. They're one of the latest places that you can go to exchange money. That you plan on driving in Guyana, remember that we drive on the left hand side of the road. I personally don't drive when I go down to Guyana, but I'm really contemplating it. On my next trip, I plan on visiting Guyana very soon, so oh no, I'll see, because I know that people drive crazy. Please, please, please do not drink any tap water in Guyana. Buy your water, buy distilled water. It might be a little bit expensive, but it is definitely recommended. If you when you're gonna drink water, drink the distilled water, because I don't want you to get sick. When I'm in Guyana, I do not drink water from the tap or anything at all. I always buy water. If you're gonna make some juice, lime juice or lime water, swank, make sure you make it with the distilled. Make sure you get all of your necessary vaccinations and everything prior to going to Guyana or traveling to any parts of the world. Don't be a prude, okay guys? Don't be standoffish or anything like that. I can say this with all honesty and fervency that Guyanese are very nice people. We are very, very nice people. I mean, we, you know, everybody get a little bad eggs or whatever, but majority of the Guyanese population are very welcoming to visitors and foreigners, and they are willing to assist you. So just be friendly, smile, and just be courteous, and I can assure you that the hospitality that you will receive will be last but not least. The most important thing you should keep in mind is to use your common sense. All right, if it doesn't feel right, then go. Avoid being alone at night in dimly lit areas as much as possible. questionable characters, try to stay away from them. If you want to go out with someone that you know. Don't go too far from the place that you're staying. Don't go anywhere with strangers. You know, all these things, because I want you to enjoy your stay in Guyana, but I also want you to be very safe, and I want you to come back to your humble abode safe and sound with great memories because, you know, memories last a lifetime. So I think this brings me to the end of the video. Guyana is a very beautiful country, and I'm not saying this because I'm Guyanese. We have a lot to offer, scenery wise, cultural wise, food wise, and so I would love for you to take a trip down to Guyana. Go there for a couple days, a week and a half, and enjoy your stay there. And leave your comment when you come back. Leave your comment down below and let me know how it was, and you know what I'm saying, and put in a good word for me with the Guyana tourism. Tell them, yo, Juju on YouTube doing her thing. She's trying to promote the South American gem as much as possible. I hope that this video was helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got a little laugh out of it, and also you walked away with the most important tips that you need before traveling to Guyana, or if you're in Guyana, how to be safe in Guyana. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in another video very soon. Very, very soon. God bless you. Check out my other videos. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's free. Please watch my videos and share it if you like, and I will leave all of my contact information if anyone wants to contact me. If you're a company or anything, you want to contact me and let us work together, my info is down there. So hit me up, guys. See you in another video very soon. God bless you. Give your life to Jesus, okay? Come to the family. Come to the family. Come to the family. Come on home. Bye. Stay blessed.